guys, to the Starcraft 2 Pro League live at the Nexon Arena. Tonight we got me, Valdez, with GTR casting some of the finest Starcraft in the world. We are about to jump into Jin Air versus Samsung, a very hype matchup here.
Yeah, very hype matchup. This matchup could determine who makes it to the round 1 playoffs or not, because both these teams are floating around that 4th place position, and we see here 3-2 for Samsung. And I missed what the record was for Jin Air, but I'm pretty sure it's
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. So if Jin Air wants to get the edge ahead of Samsung here, they need to take this game.
Yeah, look at this. The first game, both of these teams playing their best player. Maru versus Deer. It's going to be on Ulrena as well. So this is going to be an unbelievably fiery matchup to start the second matchup here. It's going to be pretty unbelievable.
Oh yeah, I was talking about with Tasteless about Ulrena TVP yesterday when we saw the ace match, Zest versus Gumiho. We just don't really see that many TVPs on Ulrena because we either see a mirror match or we see TVZs. And we'll see how both these players, Dia and Maru, approach Ulrena and how they plan their game around it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if either of these players goes for an all-in or a very aggressive timing. I mean, it's such a short rush distance on this map that it definitely leaves you open to something like that. You could go for fast air. You can see an Oracle come out very fast, stuff like this. It's one of these maps that everybody, when they saw it, they're like, wait, what? Are you serious? You know, like, why is this in the pool? But it's created a lot of fun and exciting matchups, so I love the fact, actually, that it's in the pool.
Yeah, I love maps like Ulrena, I love maps like Prime Terraces that make you think outside the box. And Maru and Dia, they're quite creative players, and we'll see how both these players use the map to their advantage.
Yeah, so coming into this matchup, do you have any favorite here between Dia and Maru?
I think Dia is the favorite. There is a reason why he's first place in the individual rankings so far in Pro League. And like Innovation, we haven't really seen the best out of Maru so far in Legacy of the Void, so that's why I voted for Dia. But I think a game that we're not going to be talking about as much as this Dia Maru game is Reality versus Cure. Cure, known for being a very well-versed TVT player, but Reality has been on a tear lately.
Yeah, that's a very close matchup, in fact. It's going to be on Laralac Crest, another one of those very big matchups. I feel like it has less to abuse compared to Runes of Ceres, but still going to be fun for TVT. And then later on, we had, I think I saw Rogue versus Solar for game number 4. That's a ZVZ that could be very one-sided,
and the third game was SOS versus Journey, which looks one-sided on paper, but Journey has been pretty impressive so far, Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, so I feel like this is definitely one of these matchups between teams where anything goes, essentially. You know, we could see Maru winning, and then, you know, maybe, who's the second? It's Cure versus Reality. You know, maybe Reality takes that one, and then somehow SOS drops the ball. But, you know, I feel like it could go either way here, for sure.
This matchup, Jin Air against Samsung, I definitely think it's going to go to an ace match, looking at what we have on paper in terms of the lineups.
Yeah, well, this is going to be our first game here, Deer versus Maru. Deer on a huge tear right now. He gets a 10. Or no, that's Maru. That's a 10 for talent for Maru. So there you go, Maru. You win something here.
Is it just me or these players are very glossy?
Yeah, they're pretty shiny here. That's for sure. Getting that professional photography done.
And it looks like Maru's arm protrudes is part of his name as well.
Yeah, he's becoming one with the CG. So let's see what the predictions are. Wow, there is only one person going for Maru.
Kanata.
And I feel like that's somewhat understandable because, I mean, Deer's just doing so well these days, but I feel like it still really could go either way, especially on a map like this. Guys, let's jump right into game number 1 right now between Maru and Deer. Up in the top left in the green from the Jin Air Green Wings, he is Maru. And down in the bottom left in the blue, the Protoss player on a tear, it is Deer.
As you were on your flight back here to Seoul, we did see an ace match on Ulrena yesterday, MVP against KT. It was actually Zest against Gumiho. And what we saw from Gumiho was he decided to go for, from memory, early Widow Mine, Medivac, Marine Pressure. And for Zest, he went for an Oracle followed with extra Stargates for those Phoenixes. And it was a really funky game because Zest pretty much caught Gumiho with his pants down and picked up all the Marines and just basically moved his way to victory. So
that sounds like a pretty fun game that I missed there.
Yeah.
Just total decimation from Zest. Gumiho having some trouble. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about how this map does have those close air positions. If you can hide your Phoenixes well enough, and your opponent is going for something wacky where they don't have a lot of Marines, or they're going for Widow Mines. If you're going Oracle into Phoenix, that is so good against Widow Mines. I mean, it's just unbelievable. You'll have the Phoenixes to stop the medevac, you can pick up the Widow Mines, you can kill the Widow Mines, you can reveal, you know, you basically have every counter available. And we
already see the first deviation here from Maru compared to the standard play that we see on maps such as Ruins of Ceres, Dust Towers, and Orbital Shipyard. He's going for those early 2 gases, he's teching up instead of getting that rebuff, scouting, and taking expansion behind this.
Yeah, so that's going to be pretty interesting to see what he does go for here. Would not be surprised to see Stargate out of Deer. It just feels so strong in general.
It feels obvious.
Against Terran, but also on this map, as you're saying, definitely does feel obvious. He is going to start off, well, with a Stargate here. He's going to reveal that to Maru. He's like, okay, I mean, what else was I going to do, Maru, you know, outside of something pretty crazy?
And you note how, he actually denies that expansion there, Maru, with that engineering base. Nice move there. But you notice how Deer did not opt to go for a probe scout. He wants to use this mothership core to scout Maru's base, and considering the short air distances, I'm not surprised with that move there from Deal.
Yeah, that is really cute, in fact. He's going to get over there so fast. This is going to be about as fast as you can get a mothership core with the regular timed gateway. Chrono boosted that one out, and he's going to be able to trade against some Marines here. He can stop some of these SCVs mining. He can get a full scout, as you were saying. This engineering bay, by the way, being very annoying for Deer to handle. But he eventually does clean that up at his natural.
Yeah, interesting to see there. 2 probes trying to kill that engineering bay. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but it looks like he's going to take it Nexus as planned. As we see an Oracle coming out from Deer, and as we keep going on about Ulrena, is that these short rush distances between the 2 base by air, that Oracle's going to get to the base so quickly.
Yeah, the Oracle gets there quick, the mothership core gets there quick. It's pretty unbelievable, the Protoss's position right now in terms of just having full scouting information and also a very nicely timed follow-up here. The Widow Mine is definitely going to help against defending against this Oracle, but let's see what kind of damage he can get done. Deer coming in at a strange angle, trying to avoid any Widow Mines, and in fact a drop is coming right across the map right now for Maru.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Deer saw that at all, but it's going to do a lot of damage because I don't think there's many... Ooh, that was really close there, the Widow Mine not taking a hit on the Oracle, but as I said before, this Medivac, I don't think it was actually scouted by Deer, but he does have those pylon overcharges on that mothership core, so he should be able to defend this.
Yeah, the first charge is going to go down immediately. That Widow Mine, it does get down though. Oh, not getting that. There it is, 4 probes. But the medevac at least has been pushed out. Looks like he's going to try to come in here once again, but nice bit of damage there already from Maru.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there for Deer that he couldn't snipe that Widow Mine there. That would have been a huge win for him, but he actually tags that Widow Mine to get rid of it. So wasting that Oracle energy on tagging that Widow Mine, but at least it takes out that threat that the Widow Mine provided there for Maru.
Well, the awkward spot here for Maru is that his expand is so late. I mean, Deer has had this Nexus for about a year now.
A year or 2.
Yeah, about a couple of years. He's going to make a Void Ray for defense here. And he can just swing by with the Oracles. He's like, hey, what are you going for now?
Oh, a nicely placed Widow Mine there from Maru behind that command center. Cheeky play there from Maru.
Cheeky, but also fantastic, safe Oracle play from Deer. He doesn't run, or rather fly straight down the middle of the base. He is on the very outskirts of it, just waiting and seeing where the Widow Mines are exactly, being very, very careful about how he scouts the base of Maru.
Yeah, and once Deer has enough energy on those Oracles, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a tag here on the army of Maru. He definitely wants to know, as I said, well, just we see the tag there.
GTR, you're a god. I'm a literal god,
I'm
GTR.
a literal Oracle. But yeah, We see the tag there on the medivac, so he knows when those drops are going to come from Maru if he decides to do that.
Well, we do have a fleet beacon on the way, and I hope Roddy is back at home watching. This isn't necessarily the Roddy build, but whenever I see Tempest in this matchup, I always think about him. And yeah, should be Tempest. Almost 100% here.
If we see
we have seen carriers, right?
Yeah, Hero,
one game
in the GSL, Hero went carriers, I believe, but he lost. But if we do see carriers here, I will buy us dinner tonight. How about that?
Sounds good, man. Oh, we do have a nice push coming down here. 11 Adepts, an Oracle, or a couple of Oracles and a Void Ray might just be enough. There's like not all that much here.
It's going to shade on top of this tank, and that tank's going to be nil. But a nice pickup there from that medivac on Maru. But this Void Ray's doing a lot of damage to this tank, and he has to pick up and go back. Vikings though.
Yeah, really nice job with the Viking positioning.
Got vision as well up there on the upper ground, so.
He's going to get vision now, but so far Maru's been pretty on point with this tank lift up. But look at how much damage is being done to the mineral line. There's barely any mining left over from Maru. Adepts get into the main, are trading decently against these Vikings. This will be eventually cleaned up, but he's done the damage.
Well, we do have a Liberator here for Maru, so if he places that Liberator at the perfect position, he can take some probe kills here. Only a few probes, though, are killed.
It's really nice. Thankfully, Deer does get that pylon started, so eventually this will be picked up. But 6 probes do go down, so yeah, Maru getting his own damage here back. That Liberator is going to die eventually to the Phoenix, but...
Yeah, I mean, 13 SVs were killed in that attack by Deer, but problem is there wasn't really much critical damage. Maru is well still in his game, especially considering that Deer hasn't even taken a third yet as well. This is the longest battle ever.
I love how the observer's like, hey, I actually don't know who wins this battle. Well, there's your answer. It is the Phoenix.
But this Phoenix is going to get sniped by this Viking. Rip Phoenix, goodbye. The Phoenicians will be proud of what you did to that Light Liberator. As we see here, Pylon Overcharge out of range of the tank. But these Stalkers will chase away that small air army of Maru.
Yeah, so we did have that Fleet Beacon finish up.
He cancelled that Tempest as well. I saw him build that Tempest earlier, so...
It looks like he's just saying, okay, I've done enough damage with the Adept push, with the Void Ray and the 2 Oracles, that I feel like I can just end it with a lot of gates. Not going to commit to any, very expensive units like a Tempest or anything like that. Just looking to make a bunch of Stalkers, but he needs something to deal with the damage that's being done in this main base.
Oh, this medivac's going to get taken out! Oh, that's unfortunate there from Maru. Quite a reckless loss there, but it looks like Deer's posturing to take this game out. And
there's no tank
here. There's no units.
There's
Where are
nothing.
The units?
A couple of force fields come down. This looking like Heart of the Swarm all over again, but yeah, there's no units. You can force field the ramp. There go a bunch of your SCVs. Gotta lift that command center. There you go.
Yeah, I think Maru just played it way too greedy there. He's taking that 3rd command center behind, what, 1 barracks?
Yeah, it's like...
that's just not enough.
He's essentially trying to keep Deer on his side of the map by doing a bunch of harass with Liberators and tanks, and it's just not working out at all. As you guys can see, very smart play out of Deer. Really nice response. Even though he committed to the Fleet Beacon, he's like, I don't need that. I can just kill you. Yeah,
I mean, Deer did a really nice job just knowing how many pylon overcharges he needed to defend from any harass that Maru did, and looks like here Deer's posturing to take the game.
Yeah, he just wants to end this one here. A late repair, actually, from Maru. There is a Liberator in the back there, and a bunch of these Stalkers are stuck on the ramp. Really nice repair now on the Liberator, but it does go down. At the same time, though, Deer has lost a lot in trying to go for that attack, and now Maru's saying, okay, you probably don't have much back at your base, but I believe there is a Mothership core still there. Oh, what?
Oh, whoa?
What? I didn't even notice this. It's like, oh, all right. So,
okay, if Deer is not going to scout this, then Maru might get back into his game. I mean,
yeah, and you know what?
It's last place you expect to scout.
He's not going to expect it. There's 4 Vikings in the sky. Maru's got full air control right now. There's only 1 Phoenix in the air for Deer. It's going to take a long time. He does scout it, and perhaps he can... Okay, he's going to make an Oracle here.
Yeah, but
just try to harass
with those 4 Vikings out there on the map for Maru, I don't think that Oracle will be able to do enough damage. But it looks like Deer's doing the best choice, of course, here. He picks up that tank, actually. No splash damage there from that tank. And looks like Deer's just relentlessly attacking here with these gateway units. But Maru with a really nice defense here.
Yeah, the Adepts get into the back, shading, but nice pickups there on the tank. He's doing damage to these SCVs, but the attack, once again, is not going to kill Maru. And he does defend here.
Oh, I mean... that gold base is doing wonders for Maru here. I mean, those gold bases, the mineral income that you get so many minerals, but his Oracle's going to do damage.
Yeah, Vikings not in position, trying to land over here with a bunch of these Marines, but the Oracle has stopped a lot of mining, at least.
With the excess minerals, he should be getting turrets there to defend from any Oracle players. Really nicely placed Liberator there at the ramp, as Maru's going to go for his own counterattack here.
Oh, no pylons in position. He's trying to get one down here, and Overcharge comes down, but that's not going to be enough on one pylon, and now Deer all of a sudden is scrambling to defend.
Where's these units?
Goes down.
Where's these units? They're coming from that watchtower, but there's a lot of damage here from this Marine Marauder Medivac army.
Yeah, the blink has completed, but no blink. He's trying to snipe it down. No.
That's unfortunate there from Deer. If he got that Medivac, that would have been huge, but right now, it's a very scrappy game, as expected of Ulrena.
I'm just kind of surprised that Deer tried to break that ramp at the time where there was the Liberator, the tank up there, the SCV's into position to repair. He didn't necessarily have to do that, and I feel like he thought he was more ahead than he was, and now he's like scrambling to try to finish Maru off here.
Yeah, but there's another Liberator out here for Maru, and I think that Liberator there's just a perfect attachment to this defense, but we'll see how much damage this does.
Really nice blink underneath the Liberator, but there's not enough to tank here once again. Trying to land some of those force fields to escape now is Maru, and he has a flanking couple of units actually coming from the right side. Isn't going to engage just yet, but he may be able to sandwich this army.
Yeah, he's going to sandwich his army, and Deer's not going to have many ground units. This ground army is going to die.
Yeah, actually, Deer doing a decent job trading here, but I feel like Maru's just got more stuff. The Oracle's coming back here, trying to trade, but it is going to go down. And oh boy, Deer's running out of units very, very fast. He does have that third base up, but Maru's got the gold.
Yeah, I think the gold, as we mentioned before during the game, that gold base is winning Maru the game right now. That's giving him so much income. As, yeah, I'm not really sure what Deer can do at this point besides just defend.
Oh, he does snipe a Liberator.
Okay, that's good. That's going to delay the push of Maru for quite some time, and at least he's got that third base up. That's really important there for Deer.
Yeah, it really is. But Maru now coming down the hatch here. He does have stim and combat shields. The Adepts actually decide to shade in. Not the best trade here, but he is buying himself some time to get that Adept upgrade out, to get the Dark Shrine here. And another Oracle.
You can tell how scrappy this game is. Like, both players haven't even got +1 weapons or armor upgrades for any of the units. So it just shows how crazy Ulrena can provide in terms of games.
Yeah. You can see the mineral income is higher for Maru, of course, even though he does have 10 less workers. Of course, due to that island base. I was joking about it before that we would never see that get taken, but I've actually seen it get taken a couple of times now since I said that, so you gotta eat my words.
Nope. Well, at least we haven't seen carries yet, so I'd have to owe you dinner.
Maybe a little bit later, we'll see. There's still a chance, GT.
Still chances. We see here Maru just going up here. Deer caught napping here with the hold position, and Oracle actually doing some damage to the SBs there at the gold base, but the gold base is nearly mined out, so not really much of a win there from Deer, as Deer's really stuck in a hard spot now.
Yeah, Deer not the best position to defend right now. The tanks getting closer and closer, and they are defended by Liberators. Is he actually going to shade in here? Oh, he's going to try to shade, I guess, onto the bio. A bunch of tank shots actually going right onto that bio as well as the Adepts. But is it going to be enough? All the Adepts get cleaned up, and that was a faulty move. That is not going to win Deer the game.
I mean, these tanks are just going to move up here. Even though those tanks of Maru did some splash damage on his own units, it might be just too many units here from Maru as he's...
DTs get scanned, and now the Liberators are right on top of the ramp. He can't defend that third base. It looks like Deer is not going to have enough to win this game.
He blinks down here to try and defend the army, but he's lost a lot of probes here. 22 probes are gone from Deer, and these DTs that get scanned and they get killed, and I'm not sure if Deer is in a good position to defend this.
Well, he's going to try his heart out here with his 2 Stalkers that he's got left over. He's not even mining right now from the third or the natural. GG, Maru takes the game. What a crazy turn of events. Deer was looking to end that one, and in fact may have threw it halfway through the game.
I think what won the game there was that gold base. It gave Maru so much more income that he could easily defend any sort of attacks that Deer decided to do, and I think Deer just got really antsy there, and he thought seeing that gold base is like, I can't really do much damage to it, so I got to go for the win here. And nice job there from Maru though, using those tanks, using that medivac to lift those tanks off away from the range of those Stalkers, and also those Liberators as well. Nicely placed there to defend, and he takes that win.
Yeah, there was a really thin timing, as you were saying, where Deer was like, no, I can just kill him, you know, he's trying to get this gold base, trying to do all this stuff, but I can just kill him. And it looked like he was going to, but once the gold base was taken, maybe a Tempest could have helped out. I know it was very expensive, and he was... I feel like that final push where he tried to get up the ramp was that one push too many. Whereas if he had just stayed back, forced Maru onto 2 base, taken his 3rd base, and, you know, at least not giving Maru the natural, but, you know, maybe give him the gold for a little bit. But once you get the 3 base, you can get your Tempest, try to deny the gold base eventually, and then possibly take that game in a bit of a longer one. But tried to end it quick, and it came back to bite him.
Yeah, Maru is one of the best players in the world in terms of defending these crazy all-ins. I remember Heart of the Swarm, he was quite... I think he was the first player to find out that siege tanks were actually good against Blink Stalkers when Blink Stalkers were the rage. And next game here though, Kura versus Reality.